there's a collective weariness that is going on, and that's why everyone is tired. They want good for themselves, they want better for themselves. My channel. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Hope you're well. Hope you're keeping well. How is summer treating you in your part of the world? I just wanted to come on here because I promised myself that every Wednesday I will be releasing a video called Wisdom Wednesdays, which is where I talk about things that I've learned from maybe speaking to someone, reading a book, watching a film. If you haven't seen any of my Wisdom Wednesdays, I've got a playlist on my channel. Last week, I spoke about what I learned from watching Katie Price's documentary, Nothing to Hide, that's currently on Sky TV. So today, I'd like to talk about something else. Everywhere I've turned to, everyone is tired, right? Everyone I speak to, how are you doing? I'm just tired. I'm trying to figure out how I can work less and still maintain the life that I live, or how I can be on a perpetual permanent holiday. In thinking about why this is, why everyone is tired, because it's not in isolation. I'm trying to understand why it is that I feel the way I feel and trying to figure out how it is I can imagine a different life for myself. And I wanted to share that with you. So when you were young, people ask you, what would you like to be? Who would you like to be? I'd like to be a nurse. I'd like to be a doctor. I'd like to be an accountant, a lawyer, or, oh, I'd like to be a police officer. Whatever it is that your dream was. And you were told, go to university, study, get good grades. You're going to get a good job. And then when you get a good job, you get to buy a house. When you buy a house, you start your family. You have children and hopefully grow old, have grandchildren. Maybe not in that order, but you have this dream for yourself, for your life, because the people before you have lived the same life. That life that I just described is backed up by capitalism. You'll be rewarded for working hard, get good grades, you will be rewarded with a good job. If you get a good job, you will be rewarded with a great salary. If you get a great salary, you'll be rewarded with a great house. So, in that order. Then something happened close to 2020. Things started to change. People started asking questions, and then 2020 happened. We all know what happened in 2020. And for some of us, for a lot of us that used to work in offices where we were told that, oh, you can't work from home, you have to be in the office, you have to show yourself present, we have to see you, we have to see you all the time to be able to promote you. So you have to show yourself, you have to network with people, you have to, to be able to get promoted in this office, to be able to get the big salaries, to be able to sit with the big boys and sit at the table. When 2020 happened, we realized that, oh, actually there's a different way of working. Because for me, before then, it used to be like the CEOs. I used to work for Viacom, and it was the CEOs and the presidents that were able to like work from home. Or if you needed time off and be like, oh, I'd like to work from home, sorry, you're not able to do that. You can take 15 minutes, 30 minutes. You could take part of your holiday, but you have to be back in the office for half of the day, or be back in the office the next day. The idea of not being stationed in the office and still be working was discouraged. It was like, oh, we're not able to do that. I remember when 2020 happened and it was like lockdown is happening. The quickness to which they got everyone laptops, I couldn't believe it. And we were all connected. The IT worked so hard. They got us laptops. They even got us desks, working desks. They gave us money, go get the desk. They gave us second screens. Like, get comfortable with working at home like it is your office, because they had no choice. It was like, oh, everyone started to wake up. So this is possible. Oh, so you could actually afford that. You could afford to pay for that, even though you've told us no. I remember when my dad died, I was working with Orange, the telecom company, before they were bought by, I think they were bought by, it doesn't matter, before they became EE. I used to work there, and when my dad died, I think I was only given 4 days bereavement. And after that, I had to get back to work. And all of us for years, we've just been like working and working and working because there's this pot of gold at the end of that rainbow that we're working towards. And like I said, 2020 changed all of that. And I think as a society, we still haven't reckoned with the fact that 2020 happened. For some of us, we lost a lot of people. People lost family members, they lost grandparents, they lost friends. As a collective, we lost like popular people, maybe people that are celebrities to us, people that we looked up to. People lost their neighbors. The people that we all looked up to, or like leaders that were looked up to, disappointed a lot of people. Politicians disappointed people. They were like, oh yeah, let's all stay at home, let's all social distance, let's all stay at home, and um for the goodness of the people. And then people start to realize that, oh, they were having parties in secret. Like, it was revealed to people that this is all a lie, it's all made up. And I think what's now happened is that we are trying to go back to what it was. We're being forced to go back to what it was, because for most people now, they're like, oh yeah, you need to go back to work now. You need to go back to work. We need you in the office 5 days a week, 4 days a week, or whatever. You need to go back, even though we've been let in on a secret that we can actually work from home. But now they're trying to lie to us again that, oh, it's for productivity, the morale of everyone else. What they're not saying is that, oh, it's because we need these offices and these premises to be occupied. It's back to capitalism again. We need these premises occupied, and the landlords are complaining. And if you don't go back to the office, then the landlords, who are probably the properties which are probably owned by most of our politicians, are going to stay empty. So that's a source of income that is being lost. We know we're being lied to. We're being forced to live this lie, and I think that's what's wearing everyone out. Everyone is trying to go back to what it was before 2020. And the truth is that there's no going back. We are you I can tell you for free, for someone who's lost both parents, there's no going back to what it was before my dad died. There's no going back to who I was before my mom died. That person is dead, because a part of you dies when your parents die. There's no going back to who we were as a society before 2020, because a part of us as a society has died. And where everyone is, there's a collective weariness that is going on, and that's why everyone is tired. Everyone is weary, tired, and people want best, they want good for themselves, they want better for themselves. I think the way forward, and this is what I'm learning and I'm sharing with you, is to start to reimagine a different life for yourself. So we are all part of this system of capitalism. We've all signed up to it. We've all signed up to this lie. So getting out of it is going to take a while. And if you are an all or nothing kind of person, which is like, I'm all in or all out, maybe yours would be to pack everything in and go traveling. I don't know. Like Jazz, who is a YouTuber, she's given herself 2 years to retire and go traveling. Maybe that's your thing. Maybe you're more of a careful planner kind of thing. Maybe the thing to do is, oh, go renew your passport. Go visit the country that you're thinking of moving to or traveling to. Maybe you can spend a week. Go read up about it. Go do your research about it. Maybe it's about reducing the hours. Maybe it's about moving to a different town that is cheaper so you can still live. Maybe it's about dusting off those old creative pursuits that you've parked away. Maybe this is the time to dust everything off and be like, what can I do? We need to start to reimagine something else for ourselves as individuals. And I think the more of us that we start to reimagine something else for ourselves, it starts to spill over into the society as a collective, as a whole. Share with me what it is that you're doing differently. What is the life that you've imagined for yourself? What is it that you're doing differently? I had a conversation with someone. Um, he's actually an astrologist. Astrologist, yeah, that's a word, right? Somebody who practices astrology. Yeah, I tend to like, because I'm taking out my camera and taking stuff these days. Sometimes a stranger might talk to me, and before I'd be like, what do you want from me? Now I'm open to like, yeah, have a conversation. So he was saying, why don't you, what other place can you live apart from London? What other place do you want to live apart from London? And that question took me back, because I was thinking, where else can I live apart from London? I'm so used to living in London. Yes, I've lived in Nigeria before, but I've lived in London since 99, apart from when I was born in Stoke, in Stoke-on-Trent, where I lived for 4 years. But yeah, as an adult, I've lived in London since 99. And trying to reimagine me living elsewhere seems like, oh my God, how am I supposed to do that? Maybe it's something I need to start thinking about, instead of just closing my mind and be like, this is the way it is. And all of us just struggling and being tired all the time. Maybe it's time to reimagine something else for ourselves. Think about the world as a global space, as a big space for all of us. You don't have to feel like I'm stuck. This is where I live and this is where I'm going to die. Maybe it might be time to think about going to a different country for a time. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. I was talking to my brother the other time and I was like, who actually told us that you have to own where you live? When we all know for a fact that no one is taking any place with them. When you die, none of this matters. When you've experienced someone close to you die, where it's like they were here 1 minute and the next minute they're gone. Every now and again, I still ask myself, I cannot believe it that my mom died. It's like it's like a dream. It's like I can't believe this woman isn't here. Every now and again, I just it's like I'm in shock. Like you just up and left. And once you've experienced that, it's like the impermanence of life is so vivid to you that you start to question everything. Why? Who's told us that you have to own where you live? For some of us, we're stuck because we've got a mortgage to pay, and you're like, where am I going to go? I've got a house. Can you imagine that you're not able to move? You're not free to move. You can't travel light because you're so heavy and weighed down by stuff. This is the life that we've been lied to take on because we're told this is the only way. So my advice to you is to reimagine something different. And what is different for you will be different for me. Another thing is that you have to redefine what success is. What is success? Is success for you still having the house, having the cars, having the, I don't know, the wardrobe from wall to wall, having the shoes, having the stuff? Is that still success to you? Maybe reimagine something else. I remember years ago when I sold my car because I'm like, I live in London. Why do I need a car that I hardly drive? Because I work in the city, I commute in, there's no free driving, there's no free parking space. So I've got this car that I'm paying taxes on an MOT and I'm paying parking for and I'm doing this, but I only get to drive it maybe once in the weekend. And I remember at the time when I wanted to sell it, because I live in amongst people where it's like you have to have a car. It's the thing to do. What do you mean you don't have a car? You're an adult, you need a car. No, actually, I live in London. I don't really need a car. Maybe it's time for you to sell the car and free up some space in your bank account. Reimagine something else for yourself, a different life for yourself. What is success for you? What does success mean to you? Maybe it's time to start thinking about working part-time. I know we live in a world where even one full paycheck, two paychecks can't meet the needs of people. But maybe it's time to downsize. Maybe that's what it is. Who says that you have to live in a 3-4 bedroom house by yourself? Maybe it's time to get a lodger in. Start to think about how something else, a different way of living, a different way of living, a different way of being. Start to reimagine a different life for you. So I keep coming back to that. And also redefine what success is for you. What success is for me might not be what success is for you. You have to know within yourself, this is what success is. And the last thing I'm going to leave with you, which is what that astrologer told me, was don't be afraid. When fear comes, it will come because you live in the, like I call it, the belly of the beast. If you live in the West, pay attention to what is happening in your body when those bad news come. Pay attention to what's happening with you when fear comes. So it's not about resisting the fear, it's about allowing it to pass through you and let it go. Just like the bus. If the bus is going to the bus stop, if it's not your bus, you don't hold on to it and be like, wait. You allow the bus to go. It goes. The bus is going through its route, but it's not for you. It goes. And if you need to get on that bus, you get on it. It takes you to your destination, you get off, and then the bus goes. just like that. See fear like that. Is this fear for me? Nope. Is it got anything to do with me? Nope. Is it got something to do with me? Can I learn from it? Oh yeah, take from it and let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to it. Don't hold on to the fear. See, pay attention to what it's doing in your body, but don't hold on to it. It's not easy. It takes practice, but the more you practice, the better you become at not holding on to the fear. So yes, everybody's tired. Yes, we've been lied to, but also, we can start to change things slowly but surely until we come to a place of success that is individual for us, that is personal to us, until we come to a place of where the things that the different life that we've imagined for ourselves becomes a reality. That's it. That's all I've got to share with you. I hope you're keeping well. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. See ya.